Michael. Hi, Mr. Willis. Thank you for your comments. Uh, the shift system is going to take some time to be finally eliminated, but we have made significant moves in that direction, and I'm really hoping that by 2017 or 2018, we can be totally off shift. Now, your other questions have to do with tertiary education, and you will be able to, I think, receive some assistance if your needs require it. And may I advise you to be very careful in your choice, of course. Many of us, first of all, enroll in colleges and universities that are not accredited, and this is a real difficulty. Make sure you check with the University Council of Jamaica before you sign up. The only university that has institutional accreditation in Jamaica is the University of the West Indies. You can be sure that every course there is fully internationally accredited. Check out the rest, eh? Secondly, may I encourage you to pick a course which is likely to lead you to some measure of employment, whether it's generating self-employment or working for someone else. Many students get their degrees and then they can't find a job because they have qualified in areas that simply are not required in the labor market. For example, we have a real surfeit of lawyers in Jamaica now, but we have a real deficit of mathematics teachers. You see where you might want to make a choice. You also asked where the money will come from to support these proposals, such as financing the PATH program and subsidizing tertiary and even secondary education. Well, I'll tell you, we spend about $40 billion a year on secondary education, 168 schools and teachers and all facilities there. We're using the budget that we have better than we did before. We're cutting out unnecessary expenditure, waste, and insisting on accountability. And so that's how we're going to continue with the levels of assistance at the secondary level. At the tertiary level, remember that the portion of the education tax is available every year to the funding of the Student Loan Bureau. And I think you can reasonably assume that HEART will continue to support those areas of study that are under its mandate, that is Tech Voc and STEM subjects. Is that specific enough for you? If it isn't, please ask me more. You asked now, what are the plans to stem the outflow of brilliant students who go overseas to seek better opportunities? Jamaica has a long history of its people working abroad, studying abroad. And most of them don't shake the dust off their feet. Some do. But what is critical is that we educate them to a level and in a relevance that is going to fit the increasing opportunities for work at home. For example, in the business process outsourcing sector, there is an acute need for thousands of persons with high digital skills. If you took a career in any aspect of hospitality, you'll be almost certain to get a good job in Jamaica any time in the reasonably foreseeable future. Or if you had skills in vocational areas that had to do with port operations, with logistics. And so yes, we accept that some of our students will always go abroad. They must pay back for their student loans before they go, or make proper arrangements. And in some cases they need to be bonded, because the taxpayer deserves a return on from their services for what they have invested. But with the growth of the economy, you will expect that more bright students will stay. Remember, it is the human resource excellence that must come before the investment, not after. And that's why there will be a lag time, but it is important for us to increase our human resource training in order that we can attract the investments that are the only answer to Jamaica's growth. Joseph, let's chat some more. Have you heard of the Caribbean Maritime Institute? Uh, that's one of the premier educational and training institutions which emphasizes, concentrates upon skills that are appropriate for employment in the logistics sector. Not just on ships, but on ports in related disciplines. And hundreds of students are enrolling there every year with the support of the Ministry of Education and others to really lead in this regard. And you know something? That the majority of their graduates are getting job offers even before they graduate. We're not leaving it like that. We want to prepare our students for careers in these areas, and therefore we are encouraging training, better training in science and technology.